In the mid-19th century, in the small town of Lourdes, France, lived a family so poor they occupied a room no one else wanted, a former prison cell known as Le Cachot. In this cold, one-room basement, 11 people lived together. Among them was the eldest daughter, Bernadette Soubirous. She was 14, uneducated, and frequently ill. She spoke only a local dialect and could barely read. To the world, she was invisible, but to heaven, she was the perfect messenger. Today we explore the story of the girl who was used as a broom to sweep away the world's doubt, and the miraculous spring that continues to heal millions. On February 11, 1858, Bernadette went out to gather firewood near a rock grotto called Massabielle. As she fell behind her companions, she heard a sound like a rushing wind, yet the trees were still. Looking into the dark cave, she saw a dazzling light. From within that light emerged a small young lady in white, with yellow roses on her feet and a blue sash. When Bernadette's mother found out, she was angry. She thought her daughter was lying to get attention and forbade her from returning. But the lady had a magnetic pull. 3 days later, Bernadette returned with a bottle of holy water. She told the figure, "If you are from God, stay. If not, go." The lady only smiled. It was the beginning of a fortnight, 14 days that would change history. As word spread, thousands began to follow Bernadette to the cave. The police threatened her, the townspeople ridiculed her, and then came the ninth vision. The lady told Bernadette, "Go, drink from the spring and wash there." Bernadette looked around. There was no spring. Confused, she began to dig in the muddy floor of the cave. She found a tiny puddle of dirty water, drank it, and smeared the mud on her face. The crowd laughed. "She's gone mad," they said. Her family was humiliated. But by the next day, that muddy hole had become a flowing stream of crystal-clear water. When a local woman bathed her paralyzed arm in that water and was instantly cured, the mockery turned to awe. For weeks, Bernadette asked the lady for her name. The lady only smiled. But on March 25th, the Feast of the Annunciation, the lady finally spoke. In the local dialect, she said, "Que soy era Immaculada Concepción." I am the Immaculate Conception. Bernadette had no idea what those words meant. She was a simple peasant. She had never studied high theology. Fearing she would forget the long words, she ran all the way to her parish priest, repeating them over and over. Immaculate Conception, Immaculate Conception. When she reached the priest and told him, he was speechless. Only 4 years earlier, the Pope had declared the Immaculate Conception a dogma of the Church. This was the proof the Church needed. The lady was indeed the Mother of God. Bernadette never sought the spotlight. Years later, after entering religious life, she looked back at the visions with profound humility. She said, "The Virgin used me as a broom to remove the dust. When the work is done, the broom is put behind the door again." She died at the age of 35, her body remaining incorrupt to this day. But the spring she found in the mud never stopped flowing. Today, Lourdes is one of the most frequented pilgrimage sites in the world. There have been over 70 scientifically confirmed inexplicable healings and thousands of spiritual ones. The Grotto of Lourdes was not just for Bernadette. It was a gift for you. It was Mary's proclamation that she is the Immaculate Conception and that her Son, Jesus, desires to heal our deepest wounds. Reflect today on the mud in your own life. Are you facing illness, doubt, or poverty? Remember that God takes the lowly to manifest His glory. Like Bernadette, may we have the courage to dig deep in faith until the living waters begin to flow. Dearest Mother, the Immaculate Conception, you chose the humblest of instruments in Bernadette to proclaim your universal message of repentance. You declared to the world that you are indeed the Immaculate Conception. Please pray for me, bring healing to my soul, and help me to be freed of all sin so that I may one day share in your glory in heaven. Saint Bernadette, pray for me. Our Lady, the Immaculate Conception, pray for me. Jesus, I trust in you. Have you ever experienced a moment where God brought beauty out of a muddy situation? Tell us your story in the comments. For more reflections on the saints, subscribe to Sanctuary Light.